Welcome all in this video. So we are going to discuss about the excretory system of earthworm. So in case of earthworm, they are having the nephridias, and with the help of the nephridia, the excretion and osmoregulation takes place in the earthworm. So nephridia, it is an excretory organ found in earthworm. These are like tiny kidneys which can useful which can take part in excretion and osmoregulation. So about this nephridia, when we see the nephridia, they are having some structures which are in case of earthworm. That is, in earthworm, excretion is takes place with the help of segmentally arranged microscopic coiled tubules called nephridia. So these nephridia are typically unbranched and their inner ends opens into the coelom by a ciliated funnel called as nephrostome. Opening of the nephridia is called as a nephrostome. So the nephridia, it is an excretory organ in case of the earthworm. So nephridia occurs in all segments except the first three segments. According to their location in body, there are having three types of nephridia: pharyngeal nephridia, integumentary nephridia, and septal nephridia. These are the types of nephridia which is found in case of earthworm: pharyngeal, integumentary, and septal nephridia. So let us see one by one. So first, pharyngeal nephridia. According to the name, this nephridia occurs in the pharynx. So this nephridia having the relation with the pharynx, so called as pharyngeal nephridia. So this nephridia occurs as paired tufts on either side of pharynx and esophagus in the fourth, fifth, and sixth segments. So these pharyngeal nephridia are basically found in the fourth, fifth, and sixth segments. So each tuft consists of hundreds of coiled branched tubules without nephrostome. There were no nephrostome. So in each tuft, the terminal ducts of all tubules join to form a single common duct. So they are having some common ducts. That common ducts can collect all the material which is produced in this pharyngeal nephridia and finally excretes outside of the body. The common pharyngeal nephridial ducts which run anteriorly parallel to the ventral nerve cord, and ducts of fourth and fifth segments opens into pharynx. Ducts of fourth and fifth segments opens into the pharynx, while sixth segment opens into buccal chamber. So ducts which is having the connection with the fourth and fifth segments which opens into the pharynx, and sixth segments, that is the ducts of the sixth segments opens to the buccal chamber. So here is a buccal cavity in which the duct of the sixth segment is open, and in the pharynx, ducts of the fourth and fifth segments are open. Then about the integumentary nephridia, this is the second type of nephridia in case of earthworm, integumentary nephridia. These nephridia are scattered on the entire inner or partial surface of body wall in each segment except first two. In all segments, these integumentary nephridia are found in a scattered form. So here is having integumentary nephridia. All these are scattered integumentary nephridia here, and also on the both sides here, all over the body they are having this scattered integumentary nephridia their number is about, there are about 200 to 250 nephridia in each segment. In a single segment, they are having 200 to 250 nephridia. But in the segment of clitellum, so we know that the clitellum, which is found in the segment 14 to 16, around the 14 to 16 segment, which is having the clitellum, their number increased to more than, in this particular region, their number is increased to more than 2000 and forming forest of nephridia. So here we can found forest of nephridia. There are having many number of nephridias, so forming a forest of nephridia in case of which is found in the segment number 14 to 16th. Integumentary nephridia are microscopic and lack nephrostomes. They are also not having the nephrostome. Their terminal ducts opens on body surface independently. They can open independently through minute opening called as nephridopores. So the openings of the integumentary nephridia are called as nephridopores. Now about the third type of nephridia, which is called as septal nephridia. These are largest nephridia. Septal nephridia are the largest nephridia. So here are having rows of septal nephridia. Rows of septal nephridia which is found in this diagram. So the largest nephridia, they are attached to both the faces of each intersegmental septum behind 15th segment. From the 15th segments, these septal nephridia are found which are intersegmental septum behind the 15th segments. It is a septal nephridia having three main parts: nephrostome, body, and terminal duct. So the septal nephridia having three parts: nephrostome, which is the opening, body, and terminal duct, which is the last part. So these three parts are basically found in the septal nephridia. So how they arrange? So arrangement of septal nephridia is each septum behind 15 segments bears 4 rows of septal nephridia. They are having 4 rows of septal nephridia, 2 of its anterior face and 2 on posterior face. Each row may contain 20 to 25 nephridia, so that there are 80 to 100 nephridia on each septum of in each coelomic compartment. Nephridia remain suspended freely in coelom of which segment of each segment, while their terminal ducts open into a pair of septal excretory canals, which runs inwards along the posterior face of septum, one on each side. These canals discharge their contents dorsally into a pair of supraintestinal excretory ducts. The collection takes place with the help of this excretory ducts, which is situated side by side mid-dorsally just above the intestine, but beneath the dorsal blood vessel and extending from 15th to the last body segment. These ducts open into intestine in each segment through narrow ductules, each having sphinctered openings. This is about the arrangement of the septal nephridia. Now the structure of the septal nephridia. So the septal nephridia having three parts basically. First is the nephrostome. This particular part is called as nephrostome, or the mouth, in which there is having the mouth. Nephrostome, stome means mouth. Nephrostome is a ciliated funnel which is communicating with the coelom. It consists of an elliptical pore bounded by upper and lower lips. Upper lip formed of a large central cell and 8 or 9 marginal cells, whereas lower lip is formed of 4 to 4 or 5 compact cells forming the mouth, that is called as mouth of nephrostome, which is mouth of the nephridia, which is called as nephrostome. Then this nephrostome then lead into a main part of the nephridia, which is called as body. Nephrostomes lead into the main part, which is called as the body of the nephridium. Through a short neck, there is having a neck. With the help of this neck, nephrostome attached to the main part of the nephridium, that is called as the body. This body consists of two parts. A short part, that is called as straight lobe, and second part, which is a long part comparative to that straight lobe, that is called as twisted lobe. Again, remaining part, which is called as twisted lobe. Straight lobe and twisted lobe. Straight lobe is one half of the twisted lobe's length. Twisted lobe consists of proximal limb and distal limb. This twisted lobe having proximal limb and distal limb, which are spirally twisted upon each other. Then third part, terminal ductor. This terminal ductor is a distal limb of a body of nephridium, ends in a short narrow duct called as terminal duct. Last part of the nephridia, which is called as terminal ductor. This all the material then finally collected in this terminal nephridial duct. Then again there is having some ciliated tracts, that is called as a nephridial tubules. These ciliated tracts which collects the material, that is called as the nephridial tubules, which are parallel tubules and 4 in number. Then how the excretion takes place, that is the physiology of excretion. So the nephridia are abundantly supplied with blood vessels. Nephridia are abundantly supplied with the blood vessels. Their gland cells extract excess of water and nitrogen waste from blood. Septal nephridia eliminate excretory material from coelomic fluid. Integumentary nephridia, which are exonephric, discharge excretory material to the outer body surface through nephrodiopores. And pharyngeal and septal nephridia being endonephric, discharge the material into the gut of lumen, from where they are eliminated with the waste feces or waste material. Earthworm excrete urea. So all this about the nephridia, which is a excretory organ found in the earthworm. Thank you.